Hello everyone, this is Rattue 498 and this is a 2v2 battle on grassy flatlands. I'm playing as Spain. My teammate, who's a good friend of mine, RM General Patton, is playing as the Ottomans. And our opponents, the first is playing as Prussia, and they are members of the L.Ita clan, who are an Italian clan. And the second opponent is playing as France. General Patton will be facing the French opponent, and I will be facing the Prussian. So just a quick look through my men moving up, and I have on my left hand side I have 2 line, 2 vanguard, 2 lights and 3 lancers behind. On my right hand side I have 4 line, 3 lights and 3 lancers behind on that side also. So a quick overlook here. If you ever look at General Patton's men there, he was moving them all towards the centre. His plan is to attack on his opponent's left, and after he does that and he attacks on his left, I'll then attack on my opponent's left as well. So we're both basically going to be attacking through the centre. So here's a quick look at Patton's men moving up. He's got a normal cheap melee unit as a meat shield, and he's got a row of lines, and then his semats behind. He's also got some decent lancer cavalry as well. So he's moving his meat shield in, his lines are then going to move up, and then he's going to send through his semats to go into melee. Over on my side I noticed my opponent was moving his lights in front, and obviously because they're coming out I'm quickly rushed my lights up. I managed to get some free shots off at them, which is needed, and the Prussian lights were a lot better than mine. So here, as you can see now, he's engaged, and the Ottoman line are firing in. There's an old guard unit there on the right of his opponent's lines, so they're going to be a priority unit to try and kill. So he's going to send through his semats now, and then his cav are going to follow. So the idea in that is basically his semats will engage, stopping them from forming a square, and then your cav will go in behind. The old guard managed to form a square up, and he countercharged with some cav into the semats. I then send a lancer unit in as well to support, but he's managed to form a few squares up. So the cavalry is going to be pretty ineffective until the semats manage to break the squares. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of cav in there now. His lines are still behind. They're still shooting at them, so it won't take long to rout this side. As you can see, my Prussian opponent now has brought some cav across to try and support, but it's way too late now. The French lines, you can see, are almost pretty much gone. The French opponent's also charged some cav in there too. So, seeing that the Prussian cav has gone off to attack my opponent, I move a light unit up to try and engage my opponent to keep him busy. As you see, my cav's still in there, and Patton's melee units are going through, and his cav are going through as well. That's a National Guard unit that they're hitting into, so they had no chance because they couldn't form a square. So he's completely demolished his opponent's flank. Now he's managed to break them through, and as you see, I'm moving up. My line and my lights are going to move up in one long line, I believe. This way, my lights and my line are both firing in on his lights. I can't do a light on light battle, I'm going to lose. Spanish really on this map aren't particularly good. Just haven't played them for a while, so I thought I'd see how it did. I'm going to send my cav through now. As I say, I need to get rid of these lights. They're going to cause me no end of problems if I don't get rid of them. So the cav are going to hit straight into them. He's moved one of his line units out to support his flank, as I had an extended line. Mine were further away than his. So he has no choice now but to kind of try and run his lights away. But my cav destroy one light unit, and they're going to go through now, and they're going to start molesting every single unit they can find. So they try and charge the line unit behind, but he forms up a square, and now they're going to try and charge the lights and the line that are in front. The whole time my line and lights are still firing in on him. So he brought up a couple of extra line units to support on the flank, which didn't really bother me too much as I'd already broken his flank. so I was going to be able to push around pretty quickly. Charged my cav in. Again, he tried to form squares. You see the men tried to extend, but it was a little bit too late. So these cav, basically two cheap lancers from Spain, managed to pretty much disrupt his entire line on his left flank, allowing me to destroy them pretty quickly. So normal musketeer unit now here, and another musketeer unit with my cav charging them again from behind. So they're going to charge in, as I said before, on every unit they can hit. They're still going strong. So they've destroyed another unit, they're going to keep going to the back again. They go another go at that unit at the back. So his light's moved up to engage my light, but I had them in extended lines, so it's going to take him a long time to kill him, to give me a chance to finish off on that flank. Patton now has his guy in a corner, basically, line on line. Now he's going to extend his line out as he has, and he's going to charge the cav in, send his melee units in, while his line is shooting him up, so it won't be long before this player's completely finished. So the cav managed to have a good old go at these two Polish lines, and now he's wrapping himself around his flank, and as you can see there's really no competition left for him there now. So quick overhead view, and I'm now engaged completely with my guy. I send a cav unit or two through to take out the lights in the centre. As I said, the whole problem with playing against the Prussians are their light units. They've got some excellent light units, but you get rid of them and it's pretty easy to destroy the rest. So the cav are then going to move on and try and destroy that line, but the line managed to form up a square. So my cav are still going through though, and they're trying to do everything they can. So on the opposite flank, see, a cav unit on a cav unit, and he sent a cav charge in onto my woolen guard and my lights. My woolen guard gave a shot off and formed square, as did the unit next to them, and my lights took the hit, but it won't take long for them to rout, so it didn't bother me. As you can see at the top of the screen, I've got we've lined up against each other again. I heavily outnumber him and I outrange him there now, so I should have a huge advantage. Here my lance unit went straight into his foot guards, killing about half of them, I believe. So my cav is still managing to molest his lines on this side as well as the foot guard unit. He managed to form up a square, a little bit late, but he managed to form it. As you can see here, I outrange him, and what I've done is I'm not engaging the units at the top really, as you can see. I'm focusing down here, and I've got 3 units firing on 1 the whole time, which puts me in a great advantage, especially considering the fact that the Spanish lines and lights aren't particularly great. So there's Cav in there at the top, as you can see, he's still causing him problems. And I'm still trying to just basically shoot off as many men as I can at any time. So I've routed away his flank here, all his flags are red. His general's dead, so it won't take too long to get rid of this guy now. So he charged his general in. General died. Cav still caused me a bit of a problem, but no need to even form square with them. So as you can see here as well, you see I've got 2 or 3 units firing at that line unit there. And same here, 2 or 3 firing at that one. And this flank, that foot guard unit was demolished before. Patton asked me if I needed any help. He sent some cav, I said no, he runs them away again. I think he just wanted to steal my kills, but there we go. So this battle's pretty much over. It was a good game to our opponents. Thank you very much for playing. In a minute I crash. I don't actually manage to complete this game, but my general does an excellent little cav charge on lancers. I managed to order him into a cav charge before my crash happens. So as you can see, my line's just basically just finishing off everything that's left. There's not a great deal left there now.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Now, if you have a little look at the mini-map, you can see the red line behind, the red little dot behind, which is Lance unit, and see where my general is, which is the star on the map. And you can see they started moving towards him. This was the point where I crashed. And my general was going to go in and bravely assault this Lancer unit. Our players weren't great with their micro skills, but they were good opponents, so thank them for playing, and I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please check out 33rd and Rat as well, where I'm posting another video up at the same time as this one. So thank you very much everyone, thank you Pat for playing as well, and goodbye.